Yeah, you heard that, didn't you? On other levels, trying to tell you, sucker, Black Dragon is the man. A Black Dragon is the man, a real OG. Bona certified, MC, the Bico Boys, the Bico Boys. If they're in the house, the most definitely blow whistle to a Black Dragon, Tiger TV. That's right, I said Tiger TV. See, one day, young dragon made way to the Navy to become a prospect. Some people thought he was crazy, but 5 years later, hard work became a habit. He became the president of the mighty Black Savage Nation. MCs, y'all, respectfully. Black Dragon. Black Savage. MC. That's right, y'all. Give it a thumbs up. Black Dragon Biker TV at his best. Oh, yeah. And don't forget to get his prospect Bible book. So love.
Howdy, folks. Howdy. I'm Black Dragon, and welcome to another edition of Black Dragon Biker TV. And as always, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in from wherever it is in the world you happen to be. And here is my co-host, Mike Ball.
Hey, we know, guys. The intro sound, the audio was a little low because it's not over the StreamYard yet.
Oh, is it low?
It came in low on the live. I don't know why.
Man. Oh, here we are with our new introduction that came in low. But me and Mike Ball are still here for you, Monday through Friday, Friday through Monday, hanging out for you from time to time, doing the things that we do. Hey, and we got a visitor in the studio.
Look at that.
Yeah, we got to find a home for his ass. He bit the baby last night, so yeah, we got to find a home for this one. He bit the baby.
You haven't been successful.
We thought we had him reintegrated into the world, and he bit the baby last night, so his ass has got to go. Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, he bit the baby, but he only grabbed the baby by her hair and pulled her down. He didn't actually get any bite marks in her, but
you gotta be careful, man.
He's got to go. I can't.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate.
I love him. He's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. He does some bad shit and then comes back and gives you all this love, man. It's not about chivalry. It's about the delivery, and your delivery is bad.
Yeah, bad delivery.
Bad.
You're good on one-on-one.
Good on. This dog needs a one-person family,
yes.
With no kids and no other dogs, and he is the most precious mofo in the world, bro. But your brown ass has to go. Tia can't keep you no more, and you already beat up Brutus, and
Just
you don't.
taking down everybody.
Huh?
Joseph says bad brown dog.
Yeah, brown dog's got to go.
Yeah,
I love
bipolar puppy, 100%.
He's you. You look at this
Morning,
dog,
Phil.
and he is the most loving dog in the whole wide world, man. He's so loving, but this mofo will kill something. He'll kill it. So his stinking ass has to go. He stinks right now. You got to bathe this guy every 2 days. He sweats so much.
Yeah.
Anyway, anybody who wants a brown, look at him sitting over there looking at me. You're so gorgeous, but you got to go, my Negro.
Yep. Look, Hardwire says it best right there.
When it comes down to the children, you really can't take the risk, especially if there are signs of aggression. And
that's 100% fact.
He got jealous because the baby was with Tia, and he jumped up and snatched the baby off the couch and by her head. And
holy shit.
Tia was like, "You need to come get this mother effer right now."
Yep.
Yeah. So, bro.
Rough.
Yeah. Rough.
Sorry to hear that. And I didn't know that from behind the scenes. I mean, I
didn't get a chance to tell you everything that happened to me last night. Last night was a very tough night in my world. I had all kinds of trouble. I had trouble in my motorcycle club. Everything. It just trouble everywhere for me.
Yep.
It was
all crisis.
Night. Yeah, it was a bad night for me. One of those nights that makes you want to cry. I people. Especially in my club, think that I am some kind of wall that you can just throw stuff on and like I'm not human. Like stuff doesn't affect. That's Black Dragon. He can take anything. He can take any name. He can take any accusation. He can take any jab. My daughter, when she was younger, we used to have this thing where if we attacked each other verbally or whatever the case may be, we would say jab, 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 like, that's a jab, because there was a recognition that jabs hurt.
It out.
They like little stabs from dart. Oh no, it wasn't jab, jab, jab. It was dart, dart, dart. So when she was younger, we'd say dart, 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 to let somebody know, hey, I'm throwing a dart that's going to hurt. So it's been like having to get rid of this dog makes me cry real tears.
That's a bummer.
I weep at the loss of this dog. He's been at Tia's house for about 2.5 weeks, maybe, and he's just a delight. And Tia's brother had taken him in. I thought he was going to be over there forever. And his behavior, dart, 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 is Johnny Bunch of second has feelings too. His behavior is such that I can't keep him, and I can't have him hurt my Malinois again. That's that $2,000 a pop ain't cutting it. So
yeah.
And I had somebody on either here or TikTok say I had a pit and a Malinois and I had to get rid of my Mallie because I couldn't afford the bills. So it's a real thing, man. It's a real thing. So I'm sad. I'm sad, and quite honestly, I'm depressed. And
man, animals are better than human beings most of the time.
I didn't want to be here this morning. I'm just ready to just not even be here. I feel that down about this stupid effing dog that just showed up on my doorstep. And I took him over to the dog pound a couple of days ago, and I just looked at the conditions, and that has not been his life with me. This guy eats a half a chicken twice a day.
Killing it.
These guys cost me big money to feed him, man. So I don't know. Hey, man, stop pushing that. He's about to knock my whole computer stuff down with his bad ass. Anyway, we got a story today. This one you found. Okay, so this is my first time reading this story. Mike found this morning, and I was in all
handling business. You were handling business.
And
that's
so
okay.
This is my first time reading the story. This one is Mike. So, ex-biker club president linked to killing. Wow, really, Mike?
Yeah.
Witnesses charged with having a bowling bag. Okay, ex-biker club president linked to killing witness. Also, he's charged with having bowling bag full of meth.
Yes.
Okay, so actually, this makes it sound like he's charged with two things. Actually, it says
It's
linked to a
both.
killing and charged with having a bowling bag full of meth. Wow.
Yeah, some crazy shit going on here.
All right, so
This is like 11 hours ago.
this is a picture of something. It looks like the courthouse, Bay City, Missouri. 2 decades ago. Damn, are we going back that far? The president of a biker club chapter went to federal prison for trafficking massive quantities of methamphetamine. This was after he allegedly orchestrated the execution of one of his cohorts who was violating the biker code of talking to law enforcement. And that will get you killed. Breaking that biker code enforcement code, yeah. Off of federal supervision for a few years now, the now 59-year-old man is again facing charges after allegedly being caught with a bowling bag filled with 2 pounds of methamphetamine. I guess he just didn't get
Jesus. 2 pounds of that shit. That's a lot.
Is that a lot?
That's a lot.
On February 23rd, detectives from Mid-Michigan Investigative Narcotics Team, they call themselves MINT. That's nice. And the Flint Area Narcotics Group, they call themselves FANG. What's up with these names? Like they're like biker clubs.
Stop the cap.
I'm Mint and I'm Fang. Minty Fang. Minty Fang went after these guys. Anyway, they surveilled the movements of David W. Tice Jr. as he drove around Flint. Tice eventually drove into Isabella County, with police pulling him over on US 10 for numerous violations, according to court records. I always tell you guys, if you're going to break the law, drive right.
For real. Don't be the one guy that's trying to bust a move, but you've got a tail light out. Like, come on, man. Like, you could totally prevent yourself from getting pulled over in this situation if you just did it right.
Come on, man. Get the tail light stuff right.
Do it right.
Yeah, it's not hard. It's not hard. So anyway, it was hard for him. They said they pulled him over for numerous violations. Police K9 unit hit on Tice's vehicle, prompting police to search it. They ran the K9 around it.
Of course they did.
But what constitutes a hit, Mike? Like they just say, "Oh, he hit on your vehicle." How do I?
As soon as he sits down or something like that, that's the hit.
He could just be sitting down. How do you know what the hit is? They can say it's anything. Oh, he wagged his tail 2 times. That's a hit. I want some definitive what a damn hit is. I want so I could be like, I need to hand you a piece of paper so you can be like,
as soon as this dog does this,
yeah, that ain't no hit, bro. that ain't no hit. That ain't no hit either. Your Honor, no, there was no hit.
I'm sure they use that to their advantage.
I'm sure they do. One time they told me the dog hit on your car, man. I was like, there ain't no dope in my car, bro. That is some BS. They wound up not searching me because I protested so loudly, man. And meth isn't congruent with smart decisions.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's kind of an oxymoron. You're not going to be making smart decisions and using meth.
Papa Penguin threw in some math on us. Meth is not congruent.
Yeah, right. The nomenclature there.
Those two are non-congruent. A police K9 unit hit on Tice's vehicle, prompting police to search it. They found a black bowling bag behind the driver's seat. What's in that bag? My bowling shoes. Inside of which were 2 bags containing a combined 924.5 grams or 2.038 pounds of meth. That's a good day right there.
That's a payday.
That's a payday, only not a good payday.
If you didn't get caught.
Also in the bag was a loaded Colt 38 caliber revolver, because you got to have a gun when you have that stuff. You
got to have that thing.
You can't be without that thing. God only knows what could happen. without it. So of course he's a felon with that thing.
Right.
Yeah. So he had a 38 caliber revolver, something Tice was prohibited from having as a convicted felon. There it is, right there. Tice waived his Miranda rights and claimed he bought the meth for $5,000 from someone in Flint. Court documents state. Police arrested Tice, who initially was charged with in Isabella County District Court on 1 drug and 4 firearm charges. He only had 1 gun. How do you get 4 firearm charges out of 1 gun?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Prosecutors dismissed their case on March 12th. Oh, really? The same day, federal prosecutors filed a complaint against Tice, who lives in Harrison, within Clare County. So, a bigger agency had him, so they dismissed their case.
Oh, and they picked it up or whatever?
I guess so. Tice on March 12th appeared before U.S. District Magistrate Judge Patricia T. Morris, who informed him he had been charged with possession with intent to distribute meth, felon in possession of a firearm, and possession of a firearm in furtherance of a drug trafficking crime. Those charges are 20 to 15 and 5-year felonies, respectively. 2015 and 5-year felonies, respectively. So they dropped the little state charges and put federal charges on him. Assistant U.S. Attorney Roy Kranz asked Morris to order Tice detained pending trial, so no bail, saying he's a danger to potential witnesses. In making his argument, he recounted how Tice in September 2007 was sentenced to 25 years in federal prison after he pleaded guilty to conspiracy to distribute 500 grams or more of meth. Damn.
Yeah.
According to court records, Tice, around 1995, began acquiring hundreds of pounds of meth from California and used his fellow bikers to distribute it around Michigan, California, Illinois, and South Carolina at the time. Those guys are riding. Tice was president of the Flyin Wheels Motorcycle Club, Harrison County, Harrison chapter, and vice president of its national chapter. So he was president and national VP at the same time. A lot of clubs won't let you hold 2 offices.
No.
And
not a lot of clubs do that.
But in some, I guess they do. In 2001, fellow Flyin Wheels member Brian H. Langdon began providing info. There it is.
Provided info.
Yeah. So a brother, his own club brother, Michael.
Provided info. Right. Someone's always going to be talking.
Well, let's see what info he provided. He began providing info to investigators. Oh, well, shit, that's enough.
That's enough right there.
Langdon then was found dead.
Oh, my God.
They shot 3 times in his head in his Flint house in March 2002. How do they know he was providing information, I wonder? After Langdon's homicide, another confidential informant told investigators Tice and 2 other bikers, Donald N. York and James H. Lofton, had killed him. So Tice recruited the other 2 to kill Langdon out of apparent concern that he would say more about the meth trafficking and out of retribution for Langdon giving a statement contrary to the biker code. Yeah, France told Judge Morris. Authorities arrested Tice after a multi-hour standoff during a July 2004 party at the Flyin Wheels campground near Harrison, and another confidential informant. Damn, how many confidential informants they got?
Yeah, that's not good. That many? They just keep naming.
All this biker code shit is not real. It's not real.
There's not many people playing by it. This biker code, not many people live and die by that code anymore.
No.
Shame.
No, they're not playing by that. Y'all need to keep your business to yourself because folks ain't playing by the code. You need to just keep your business to yourself. Anyway.
One can, what is the old saying? One can keep a secret if the other 2 are dead. You know what I mean? Or whatever.
Yeah, something like that.
It's kind of like the whole theory. Don't do anything with other people anymore. You know what I mean? Like if you're going to do something, do it by yourself at this point. Jesus.
After yet another confidential informant indicated he feared he was about to be killed, Tice, York, and Lofton faced charges related to Langdon's homicide, but those charges were dismissed when the trio pleaded guilty to drug offenses. Was that like a deal? Plead guilty to these drug offenses, and we'll let you off on the homicide?
Of course, they're going to make some sort of deal with him.
York and Lofton also received federal prison sentences. The Federal Bureau of Prisons released Tice in 2017, though he went back in for a year after failing a drug test in 2020. He just wouldn't let it go, huh? He was discharged again in 2021, so he's been out. It's been out for 3 years. Since his latest arrest, Tice has been busy on the jail's phone, Krantz said. He's trying desperately to figure out who the cooperator is, if there is one in this case, Krantz said. That should cause the court some concern considering what happened in the previous case.
Mm-hmm.
So he's on the jailhouse phone trying to figure out who's testifying against him so he can handle him on the jailhouse recorded phone.
He's not giving a shit. Not giving a single solitary shit.
No, he's not.
He don't care.
No, he's not giving a damn, Mike.
Do you think it's the drugs speaking? You know what I mean?
No, he's not on any drugs in the jail.
Oh, dude, there's more drugs in jail than there is on the street. What are you talking about?
You can get your fix right on.
You can get your fix anywhere.
Damn.
Especially in prison. Especially.
Well, then maybe he's high.
He might be. I don't know.
Once you got in there, you were a saint to society.
Yeah, right. There's more drugs in the prison system than there is in the street.
No, Mike, I thought that you were
right.
You know.
Stop the cap.
Yeah. Right.
Poor fellows. Defense attorney John A. Tosto. Defense attorney John A. Tosto said Tice's calls have been placed to his son and contain no threats. He added it's natural for an incarcerated individual to be curious about the circumstances of their arrest. Nothing to hide here, people. Nothing to see here, people. Magistrate Judge Morris opted to hold Tice without bond, saying it is noteworthy he was a major supplier in a prior case in which a witness would be wound up dead. Tice is to appear for a preliminary examination on April 25th. Damn, Mike. You found a big one today.
Yeah, that was a crazy one right there.
Wow.
What do you think about that one? Because we read the story, we read it through, and then being able to kind of get our input.
Ex-biker club president. So I hate that, that has anything to do with the story. Really, this is a guy named Tice who went to jail. Nowhere in the story does it indicate that currently his biker club is distributing.
And that's exactly why the thumbnail says ex-president and the title up here says ex-president. You know what I mean? Like, I made sure of that because that was the one thing that I didn't notice anywhere in that article that spoke about the club being directly involved in that dude's decisions.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's what I wanted to point out. Always remember, look at it from a biker's angle. That's what we do. And we know that these people are always trying to get on our asses. So I always want to see objectively where everything stands. So yeah, that's why I asked you that.
Man, if I'm him, since I just, maybe I get a partner and he carries the drugs and guns in his car and I follow him.
Dude, ask Diddy how that worked out for him.
He's 59 years old. He's my age. Bro, I can't go to jail for 20 years right now for y'all.
That's seriously life for you.
That's life for me, especially if your health is bad.
Right.
My health is bad.
Yep.
I'm not in the best of health, my bro. Not where I think I'm gonna be hanging around another well, I hope to hang around, Mike, to see you retire. I wanna see the mansion that I helped buy you and stuff.
Right.
I want to You know,
You want to be
wanna
around. You don't want to.
my grandchildren.
Well,
And
don't have a sex trafficking ring. Don't totally get busted with a drug mule.
right.
Don't do any of these things, and you'll be fine.
Will I be okay?
You'll be all right. You'll live to see another day.
I'm hoping that
But don't do that stupid shit though, man. It will get you hemmed up. I mean, I know desperate times calls for desperate measures sometimes, money wise. But
you got to do what you got to do out here. You got to feed your family. Like these basketball players that are making $80 million, they let you know, hey, I got to feed my family.
Yep.
I need that another $80 million contract. We can't eat.
You ain't joking.
Gangster Rap made us do it.
That's right.
You said you had some feel-good stories?
Yeah, I sent it to you on the thing.
You sent it to me?
I sure did. It was the first message that I sent you of the links.
Oh, Motorcycle Club hosts the homeless.
And what I want you to do is play the video first.
All right, we'll play the video first. You ready?
All right.
Okay, let's see if they throw a commercial on us.
It probably will. I'll remove it. Yep, I removed it. Race against the mute that part, because it's still coming through.
I can skip in 11 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
I'm proud to be a Comfort Dynamics technician.
Tire, wait for your water.
Okay, here we go.
A group of bikers gearing up to feed the homeless this weekend for the 4th year in a row.
Remarkable work in today's 901 Now. Action News 5's Taylor Tucker caught up with two of the bikers from the Game Over Motorcycle Club to find out why they continue to ride out this effort year after year.
Most people think that motorcycle clubs are bad. They think that they're a gang. They're not gang. We are a pillar in the community.
There is more to the edgy swag and the flashy bikes for members of the Game Over Motorcycle Club.
To do things to educate, try to do things for the homeless, try to do things for at-risk teens, things like that.
Edwin Carr is the president of Game Over MC. His passion for biking runs deep, but his love for the community runs deeper. And for Carr, community means helping your neighbors, even the less fortunate.
They feel like no one cares. So to show someone that there is people out here who care about you, that you never know what they might do to change someone's perspective in their life.
As a biker for the people, it's easy for other members to follow suit.
And he sold me on the participation of not just riding bikes, but being able to give back to your community.
Mike East has been a biker for 50 years and has fond memories of many rides. But it's when they ride out to make a difference in their community that East says leaves a lasting impact.
And half of them remember us every time we come out. And they'll come on, I remember you, and we appreciate everything you guys done. And it really does you good when a whole family comes over and they speak to you.
So in their 4th year feeding the homeless, I asked why they wanted to do it again.
I know we can't touch everybody, but just being able to put it out there, let them know that we're here to support you guys, and give us a good plate. It means a lot to them.
Enjoyment and the fun of riding bikes is the joy, but to help your community and the city that you live in and ride in and do majority of your participating in, you try to help out.
In Memphis, Taylor Tucker, Action News 5.
Man, how dope was that?
Yeah, man, that's all right, man.
That's all right, man.
Yeah. And I think it's a fairly new club. I haven't seen a patch like that. Their patch was in color.
Yeah, literally color.
Yeah, it was a beautiful patch, man. And they're not a brand specific MC.
Right, I noticed that.
You can ride anything you want with those guys.
You can ride some Japs if you want. You can ride anything.
You can ride anything you want. Those guys, that's all right, man.
They're doing the damn thing over there.
They're doing the damn thing over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did you have another one for me?
No.
Or that was it?
That was it.
Let's see. I got some stuff. I got some stuff. Would you like to know all of the latest charges against P. Diddy Combs?
Well, that's something I'm going to be discussing later on tonight as well.
Oh, okay. On the Diamond Effect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, let's take a look at this. P. Diddy Combs. So here's my problem, Mike. Let's
talk about it.
I made a movie in Hollywood. Okay.
Yes.
It was called Biker Boys. And is my brief time over there. And the women were more than plentiful. If you're working on a production, and I was just a lowly ass technical advisor. What's that? Big Cat Prison has mother load?
Has the mother load of drugs.
Oh, does it? Yeah. So women are plentiful over there, okay? They're, when you're making movies or anything like that, you're a photographer, whatever, the women are a biker. Women are plentiful.
Yep.
But my problem with so many of these charges, this is just my problem with them. Like, these are grown people who could leave. You know, for most of this stuff. Let's look at it real quick.
All right.
So these are the major charges against Sean Diddy Combs. He used to be Puff Daddy, and then he had some sort of legal trouble when he was dating the very fine Jennifer Lopez.
Finding himself in some messed up situations as of late, too.
That was probably before your time, too, Mike. This was 20 years ago, at least.
I mean, it was right around the time I was probably born.
Yeah. Puffy's been around. I still call him Puffy. He's still Puffy to me. Not P. Diddy or none of that. I just still call him Puffy.
Yeah. I've always known him as P. Diddy.
Yeah.
My generation.
Yeah. Anyway, he's been around a long time doing his thing, making music and stuff and rap songs and stuff. So lately he's been accused of a lot of sex crimes.
Yeah, he is.
And people say that he's into dudes and all kinds of stuff. I don't know. I'm not going to be on. I'm not your bed toe tag person. Like I'm going to put a toe tag on him. Like this guy does this, and I don't care. Do what you do. Just don't be coming up to me with nothing crazy. But anyway, here he is. Federal agents, as we know, searched 2 of his 11,000
square foot homes. Yeah, one in Miami, one in Los Angeles.
Hey. Like you said, I like getting down on the east side. I like getting down on the west side. Hey,
get down everywhere, man.
Gangster rap made him do it. So
apparently,
he has faces multiple civil lawsuits against him. Not actually charges, but civil lawsuit charges. So
they're not criminal. They're all civil right now.
Yeah, but it looks like they're trying to R. Kelly his ass. That looks like that's trying to do that. But anyway. R. Kelly had little kids, so that no one's accused. Well, let's see. One girl.
Yeah, I don't even know if he has dealt with anybody that's considered a minor. I haven't read that deep yet.
Here's one right here. Let's see. Accusing him of sex trafficking, sexual abuse, and rape.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. So here are the key facts. They say Combs' homes in Los Angeles and Miami were raided by federal Homeland Security. Homeland Security?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Aren't they supposed to be against terrorists?
Anytime there's a child missing or a person missing, that's when they come in. That's when they get themselves involved.
Oh, so they didn't have anything to do in the terrorist world, so they.
No, that's something that's one of their things that they have to do. That's one of their mandates. Yes.
I thought that's what the FBI was for.
No, in this case, it would be Homeland Security, which is still, governed by the U.S. So absolutely, it's still an agency.
Okay, so he had Homeland Security investigative agents as part of an ongoing investigation that the agency did not elaborate on, though NBC News and the Associated Press reported the searches stem from a federal sex trafficking investigation.
Mm-hmm.
So sex trafficking means you're a pimp, right? Or
that you're organizing the sale of sexual acts.
So some money or something is involved. Let's see.
Of course.
Trafficking definition.
Yeah.
Trafficking definition. Here we go. Let's see what they say here. Oh shit. I lost it just as soon as I
Coco Mojo, absolutely. BD always breaking Mike Ball because he's so young. 100%.
No,
always busting my balls.
Oh no, I'm not. Anyway, sex trafficking.
Not the cap.
There are two different types. There are 6 types of trafficking. What is sex trafficking? Here we go. The definition of sex trafficking: help in modern slavery by donating funds. Okay, so we got to get all that before we can get the. Here we go. The action or practice of illegally transporting people
Yes.
from one country or area to another for the purpose of sexual exploitation, which is not particularly selling them.
Right. It's kind of like, well, you are and you can
So
be
here it
accused
is.
of it.
Exploitation right here. The action or fact of treating someone unfairly in order to benefit from their work. The action of making use of and benefiting from resources. The fact of making use of a situation to gain unfair advantage for oneself.
So it can be city to city. It doesn't even have to be state to state.
And you
know what
don't
I mean?
have to be, money doesn't have to be exchanged. All you got to just be doing is exploiting them.
Correct.
Wow.
But sex trafficking, being able to like what they did to Andrew Tate, you know what I mean? That's a 50-50 whole ordeal with the general public. And
Who's
you know,
Andrew Tate? I didn't know about that story.
oh, okay. Well, this is Andrew Tate is one of the most well Googled people out there for the younger generation, and he was accused of sex trafficking, and because of that, I'm trying to remember the name of the country that he's in, but nonetheless, they held him up for 6 months with no actual evidence because it was a civil suit, and all they have to do essentially is show. They don't have to provide full evidence. They just have to convince the jury enough that's past 50% or whatever it is. You have to have the majority. So you can be accused of something like that and not actually be doing it. You know, and there's different ways that it's. I mean, look at what he was charged for because he was doing what he was doing is a webcam business, and he was doing it legally. And then once he put himself out there and talked about it on podcasts and all that, it rose huge amount of controversy. And all these girls came out and was like, oh yeah, he exploited me and did this, when all those claims did not happen. So
really?
Yeah.
And so what wound up happening to him?
He just got put back into prison in Romania. That's the country, by the way.
Oh, I remember that guy.
Yes. And so he just got put back in jail about not even a week ago. Not even. It was like maybe 5 days ago. They put him in jail again, was going to do this whole hold again, but then they ended up dropping it. And now England is trying to pick it up. So then they're going to fly him after the whole trial's done over there. Whatever. He only spent a night in jail, and then he bailed out. He got out. And I think he can only be at his house, you know, and then once that whole thing is done, then he's going to be shipped off to England to do another case because England picked it up.
Oh my God. So he's done.
Well, he's been fighting the country of Romania forever in this whole ordeal, like over a year now. And so it's just been this nonstop nausea that he's been stuck in, you know? And so, yeah, you can be accused of something without actually doing it. And that's what makes this sex trafficking thing a very difficult subject to like get actual evidence. You need proof of things. It's hard. You know, if you're showing that you're selling someone's body on the internet, essentially going, hey, you can buy her for, you know, $1,000 on the website and it's a pack of socks, you know, that's sex trafficking.
My goodness, man. Kind of like that Girls Gone Wild guy. You remember him?
I remember something like that, but that was a long time ago.
Yeah, he made a lot of money, and then a lot of girls accused him of stuff, and I think he lost all his money, man. Girls Gone Wild was huge, man. Huge. Well, anyway, back to Puffy, Sean Puffy Combs. Sean B. Diddy Combs. P. Diddy, whatever. Anyway, the rapper has faced a string of lawsuits, which he was sued on November 16th by Cassandra Ventura, a singer and dancer who allegedly Combs raped in 2018 and subjected her to years-long abusive relationship that included punching, kicking, and stomping on her and asserting complete control over her personal and professional life. Here's where I'm just like, how does someone assert complete control? Like, you can just leave.
Right. You can absolutely leave.
So if she says he raped her in 2018, but she stayed with him for the next years long, 16 years. 16 years. So I'm just like, how is he such the bad guy?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you could just, okay, so if he raped you, you didn't file rape charges, which you should have, right?
Absolutely should have.
But I guess at some point you resolved that the rape was something you could live with, and you maintain a relationship for the next 16 years.
Right.
I'm kind of like, wow, okay, 16 years. And then at the end of all that time that you elected to stay there, I guess he brainwashed you. Now you get to sue the man for $30 million or something. And
it's always a money move.
And oh yeah, here it is right here. Her $30 million lawsuit against Combs was settled later that month for an undisclosed amount. They have to settle these lawsuits because if they go through court with you and you drag out all their dirty laundry, there'll be nothing. And I've seen this. I've seen dirty laundries thrown out of people. I see them do it in motorcycle clubs. It ain't that kind of dirty laundry,
right.
But it's, oh, blah blah blah, and you stole from the club and all. They throw anything they can out there. Dirty laundry. I've seen it before. Anyway, they said in a joint statement that, or she said, somebody said, she had chosen to resolve this matter amicably. What is amicable about you taking tens of millions of dollars from me? I'm not amicable with your butt at all. While Combs' attorney said the settlement was in no way an admission of wrongdoing and didn't change his denial of the allegations. But, when you decide that you're going to pay, everybody's going to look at it.
Yeah. I mean, how are you saying that's not an admission of guilt?
But I can see it like if it's going to cost you way more money to fight that case, not just the $30 million that you might lose, but the endorsements and them throwing you off the board as a CEO and all that stuff, you tend to lose. You might lose $500 million.
Well, yeah. Not only that, and then your reputation is completely tarnished online.
Especially like if they say something about you that nobody knows, like he sucks camel's toes. That could be a problem. Yeah.
Oh shit!
That could be a problem. So you settle and you look guilty. You know who else said that? Floyd Money Mayweather. He said that he never touched his mother's children, his children's mother, yet he still had to accept the 90 days in jail, because if he didn't, he would lose the fight he wanted to fight. So that millions of dollar payday. So he had to go to jail. Anyway, later in November, a woman named Joy Dickerson Neal, alleged in a lawsuit that Combs drugged her, sexually assaulted her, and secretly recorded the assault while she was a college student in 1991.
What?
That's what she said.
Recorded it in 1990. Wait.
But she was a college student, so she was of age. But
they had cameras back then.
Oh yeah, we had cameras. We used to carry these big.
I remember those big ass ones over the shoulder type shit.
Yeah, I carried one everywhere I went.
Crazy.
Hey,
Crazy.
I was after the Rodney King beating. I guess so. You're bound to see something someday that's going to make you rich.
What year was it that Rodney King, that whole thing happened?
Shoot. I think I was in the Navy. Yeah, it was 1993.
Okay, so right around the same time. 2 years.
They had a riot up there that I went to go watch up in Los Angeles. I think it was 1993. I was in the Navy at the time.
Crazy.
So anyway, Joy Dickerson said that he drugged and sexually assaulted her and raped. Drug regularly
As you're
record the
lagging.
assault
Now,
while she
welcome back.
was. And am I lagging?
Now you're back.
Separately in November, an anonymous plaintiff accused, and this is an anonymous plaintiff. You get to be anonymous sometimes when you accuse people of
But not
things.
only for so long though. You have a limitation on that. You can only do that up until a certain point where you do have to come out.
You shouldn't be able to be anonymous at all.
Well, that's for the protection of the people that, and I agree with that sentiment though, is if you're going to accuse someone of something, you got to be able to say to their face and put your face out in public too. You know what I mean? And you got to be able to take accountability on both sides. Go, hey, I'm going to charge you with something. I'm going to accuse you of this. I'm going to say it to your face. I'm going to say it to the world.
And that's why we call you Mike Ball the Wise, because you see things wisely. I like that.
I appreciate that.
Separately in November, there was an anonymous plaintiff who accused Combs and singer-songwriter Aaron Hall of raping her and a friend of hers in 1990 or 1991. I guess she can't really remember, after meeting at an MCA record event in New York. A suit that, like the Dickerson-Neal complaint, was filed shortly before the expiration of New York's law that temporarily allowed lawsuits for older assault allegations that would ordinarily be past the statute of limitations. So they passed a law there that said, for an amount of time, we're going to let you throw anything against the wall on anybody that you think or say or feel like raped you or memory suppressed, remembered.
Mm-hmm. And when it comes to lie detector tests, by the way, Robles, is the thing is a lot. I don't know if I can't really speak for the rest of the country, but I do know that a lot of states do not use lie detectors and they don't actually count them in court. You can use them, but you can't actually be used against you.
They can be used against you to continue investigation. So one time I had a girlfriend accuse me of breaking out the window of her car when she moved on to a new guy. She accused me of coming and breaking out the windows of his car, which I'm not an inanimate objects attacker. If I don't like you, I'm going to get you, not your car.
Mm-hmm.
But I was so upset by it, I went and took a lie detector test to prove to her that I didn't do that. And when I went to go take this lie detector test, I just so happened to hire the San Diego lie detector guy who gives the lie detectors for the police department. So he calls me in and he looks at it and everything, and he says, "Yeah, you're truthful, blah blah blah," but he said, "Never let the city, the state, the police department, never let them give you a lie detector test.
Don't take it."
He said, "Never take it." He said,
"It's a trap.
If they want to give you a lie detector test, then you pay for it yourself, like you've done me. Tell them, I'll take your lie detector test. I'll hire the same guy that you guys use."
Mm-hmm.
And he said the reason that you do that is if they can't prove that you're lying, then they'll do other things like say no finding or inconclusive.
Inconclusive is usually what it is.
If they feel like they still want to prosecute you, even though they haven't proven anything through the lie detector test, it'll be inconclusive, unreadable, ambiguous. They'll use those kind of terms. And so he said, if you're going to use a lie detector, you pay for it. Somebody said we should get a polygrapher
I like
on
that.
the show. Yeah. Okay, SSW. We'll try that. Yeah. So that's what he told me. He said, don't do that. Pay for it yourself. So that's something you should keep in mind. And he says the police will never take you up on that offer. Anyway, this guy was able to bring a lawsuit shortly before the expiration of the New York law. So like maybe 8 hours before the law or something, and slide this lawsuit. Why not? Why not? Why not throw your dice on the table? Maybe I can get 10, 5, $20 million from the guy, whether he did anything or not. Let's just throw this.
Well, if apparently it's not an admission to guilt, what are you giving the money up for then? You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
That's
no,
the whole point.
I'm just saying if that person slid that in shortly before the
Oh,
expiration
right,
of New
right.
York's law, like why not? Why not throw that up against the wall and see if it works? Combs was then hit with another sexual assault suit in December, accusing the rapper of drugging and participating in a gang rape of another unnamed accuser in 2003 when she was just 17 years old.
Jesus.
That's 20 years ago, Mike.
That's rough.
You would think after 20 years it'd be over. Oh,
You
who
would
cares?
think.
But if it happened to you and you felt unpowerful and everything, and like he had all the power, maybe 20 years later you have what it takes to bring the lawsuit.
I don't know. 20 years later, that's ridiculous. You shouldn't be able to bring something up 20 years ago.
Well, they made a new law that said you can for a small amount of time. And
I'm sure they
we got to
I'm
look
sure
at
of
that
that.
law and why that happened.
I have no idea, but we should look it up.
The most recent law against Combs was filed. The most recent lawsuit against Combs was filed last month when producer Rodney Little Rod. I'm suspect of that name, Little Rod. Rodney
Definitely.
Little Rod Jones sued the rapper in New York, alleging he was subjected to unwanted advances by associates of Diddy at Diddy's direction. So this is something that Diddy didn't do. I didn't put. It's like the biker club that gets their name put up there for something that an ex-member did. Like that's an ex-member's not even a member. What the hell is our name doing?
Yeah, he was a member 20 years ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he's still an ex-member. So anyway, this is not something that P. Diddy did. However, Little Rod sued him because he was subjected to unwanted advances by P. Diddy's associates. Why didn't he just sue them? Oh, they must not have any money.
Yeah, you can only squeeze so much blood out of a rock. Go for the big money.
Or turnip, yeah. And these advances that came from these associates at P. Diddy's direction. And he was forced to engage in relations with sex workers that P. Diddy hired, according to Variety magazine. If somebody hired a sex worker for me, I don't know if I would
turn it down.
Considered myself forced to do it. I mean,
were you forced, BD?
Black Dragon, you need to take one for the team. Oh, force me. Force me. I'm going to sue your ass. Force me. Force me.
Yeah.
Mike, let me tell you something. If you come to visit the Dragon's Lair, and Tia's out of town, and we have some strippers over there and stuff, I don't want you suing me in 20 years talking about I forced you.
I'm going to take a video of it, and then I'm going to use it in court against you for elder abuse.
How could it? No, that's not elder abuse.
Or how about you have a age discrimination? Yeah, stop the cap. I'll get you.
Stop the cap.
I'll get you.
That's a mentor-mentee relationship that can only be used against me if I'm actually employed as a teacher over you. Okay.
Which, I mean, you are.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I put it out here already.
No, absolutely not.
I already put it out here.
Mike.
Yep. So Black Dragon takes all responsibility.
No, I don't know. I'm telling you, Mike.
Shout out to Dragon for not capping.
Stop the cap.
I'm telling you, Mike, if you come here to the dirty South, it's dirty down here. That's why they call it that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Don't come down here and not expect to see some clubs of your repute and stuff. That's what we do here. Like
That's
y'all go fishing. Like people go fishing. We go wishing.
I like how you try to use that as the same thing. It's definitely not, but it's definitely not. I like how your 35 years of club life has done that to you. That's great. Yeah.
Well,
that's great to see.
35, you'll be as jaded. Anyway.
I bet.
Anyway, poor Little Rod. He was forced to do what men do. Anyway, Contra. Combs at 54 has denied. Is he almost as old as me? This Combs guy has denied all of the allegations against him, with his attorneys characterizing some of the lawsuits and their accusations to Forbes magazine as money grabs, baseless, or sickening. Combs has not been criminally charged with anything yet.
Mm-hmm.
Tangent. Combs' former personal chef, Cindy Rueda, accused Combs in a since settled 2017 sexual harassment lawsuit of having her prepare and serve food to the rapper and his guests while they were engaged in sexual activity or right after they had done so.
Go make me a sandwich, woman.
Oh, no.
That's what happened, right?
No, I'm paying you to make me a sandwich.
Oh,
I'm paying you $200,000 a year. Can you go get me my sandwich, please?
You're an employee.
You're an employee. You're my personal chef. So you serve me personally.
Yep. Stop the cat.
Get your ass in there and make me something to eat right
Stop the cap.
there. But, sir, you're engaged in activities. I said I'm your boss and it's my sandwich and I need it now. Like JG Whitworth, my money and I need it now. Poor fellow. And so poor Cindy, Combs had to give her some money. He settled that. In my house, sexual harassments are not reported, but graded. The raunchier, the better. Yeah, I thought so, but you don't know now. You don't know. You got your own personal chef. I think you need to put that on the application. I'm going to need you to accept me for the JB that I am. And if you can't do that, we need to know right now. You know, you could get in trouble for just even putting that on the
you can't do that.
You can't do that.
There's laws against that shit.
How do you hire somebody for that? Is it like a porn star? Like they don't do porn stars?
That's why you don't hire the average person. You hire.
Do porn stars have sexual harassment lawsuits?
Oh, I'm sure of that. I am sure of that.
We need to look that up. Has a porn star
Joseph, you're 100% right. BD probably has 2 personal chefs. He does.
Harassment lawsuit. Has a porn star filed a sexual harassment lawsuit? Ron Jeremy's alleged victims. Let's see. Porn star sues company director and performer for alleged. This is the New York Post. For alleged sexual battery. So yeah, sexual battery. Yeah, you might gotten beaten up or something, and nobody signs up for that if they didn't sign up for it. So yeah, but sexual harassment. We got to look that up, Mike, and find out.
Well, yeah, and battery, you got to know the difference. Battery, think of battery open hand and then assault with closed hand.
Oh, so they cursed at her? Is that what it was?
No. What I'm saying is when it's
battery
charged
is not
as battery.
touching someone, right? Battery is
battery. You can be charged with battery for just bumping into somebody.
Or I think battery is yelling at them and assault is touching them. No.
No. You can have battery by touching somebody. Absolutely. Battery is just a very light version of assault.
What is assault and battery? We got to look these things up. What is the difference between assault and battery? Here we go, right here. The difference: assault refers to the wrongful act of causing someone to reasonably fear imminent harm. Oh, assault is the yelling or whatever, and the battery refers to the physical harming. So yeah, I had it backwards.
I still think you can be charged with assault, and that being worse than battery.
Okay.
I still think that even with what you just read there, I think battery is a lighter sentence than assault. I've always been told battery open hand, assault closed hand.
Technically, the offenses of assault and battery are separate summary offenses. An assault is committed when the defendant intentionally or recklessly causes another to apprehend immediate and unlawful violence, and battery is committed when the defendant intentionally or recklessly, I don't know the difference, inflicts unlawful force. So, in any event.
Nonetheless.
Yeah. And now the final one is the key background. The allegations contained in lawsuits against Combs date as far back as the 1990s when he founded his own record label, Bad Boy Records. Oh, well, there it is. Bad Boys, right there in the name. The searches into the rapper's homes occurred Monday afternoon, and the Los Angeles search was conducted in his Homely Hills, an affluent neighborhood where Combs purchased a home for $40 million 10 years ago. It is unclear what the next step in the investigation or whether charges will be filed. What does a $40 million house look like?
Dude, what does a $40 million house look like? A
Yeah.
mansion, mega mansion.
I mean, how many rooms does it have?
Well, I have no longer, rest in peace, but my dad's really good friend before he passed, he was a billionaire. You know, he sold his company, TCW, Trust Company of the West, to Bank of America and sold it for $1.3 billion. And that dude had two houses side by side. Each one of them were like $10 million a piece. One for him and one for his wife. They like two different styles of homes. She liked cottage, he liked modern. So then they put a bridge together. They put a bridge together and combined the top deck to be able to meet for dinner. And then they would just go into their own homes and only see each other for dinner. Crazy.
Well, money allows you to do that.
It allows you to do weird shit.
Here's his house right here. Jeez.
Yep. Look at that.
That is nice, man.
In which location?
This is the Los Angeles home.
Yeah. Getting a home like that, you know, think about what you could buy for $11 million out in the country.
Plus the land, you know, the land out there is so expensive.
The land is worth more than the home is.
Man, is this another? Look at that thing.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Uh-huh. I don't think this is the same place though. But this is another place that he owned. This one was $14.5 million. I think this is the $40 million joint here. Holy Jesus, man, that's really nice. If it costs $40 million to buy, what does it cost to keep each month, my bro?
Oh, dude. The maintenance alone on a home like that? Holy shit. Imagine just trying to keep it clean.
Oh my goodness. You can't clean it yourself.
There's so much space in that room, in those areas, that you have to shut off like lights and stuff like that. Like, dude, you'll be wasting and burning so much resources on places you're not even going to visit in that home.
You know, this was sort of a dream. Like, you know, this guy's living the Black American dream. Like when our people came to this country, we never expected that we'd be living like this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's made it where a lot of Black folks would, and he's not the only one. There are many, but this is a.
I'm not Black, and I aspire to be like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you know, coming from the slave background is what I'm getting at. This is.
Gotcha.
We've come a long way, which is no different than coming from. Well, there is a difference, but it's definitely somebody who came here as an immigrant working in the steel mills had it hard too. You know, we're not going to claim all the hardness out there in the world, but just speaking on my own.
Your own stuff that you deal with. Yeah.
That is a hell of a thing. Hey, listen. Mike Lindell's being evicted out of one of his factories.
Get out of town.
Yeah. Mike Lindell, the judge is ordering him. He hasn't paid.
My Pillow guy.
Yeah, he was doing fine until he jumped into the whole Trump thing.
Right. Yes.
But some things in life you got to ask yourself, Mike. You got to say, what if I didn't do that? He was making pillows. He would be just fine. He was doing great, man.
See, that's right there. The evidence needed right there. Like getting yourself involved in that kind of
in politics.
In politics, just politics in general.
Yeah.
It can make or break you. You know what I mean? And I watched that My Pillow guy get interviewed on a major podcast. And I watched that. This is a long time ago. And he was talking about, the whole interview was about Trump. Like, dude, we're not even talking about like My Pillow. Like that, the guy that was interviewing him was trying to talk to him about his pillows and shit, like his company. But he didn't want to even talk about his own company. He wanted to talk about Trump the whole time.
Like Trump has picked up the zealot, a billionaire zealot, but he's lost all his money in lawsuits and stuff like that. Gee, so anyway, they've said he hasn't paid his rent, $200,000 a month for 2 months. So
that's a hefty bill, bro.
Maybe it's $200,000 total, but he hasn't paid $200,000 in rent for the past 2 months. The latest eviction notice says that he owes $217,000.
So $100,000 per month
at 4701 Valley Boulevard. Well, 100,000 or maybe 98,000 plus all kinds of other.
He probably has interest on top of, you know what I mean?
Attorney Serafillo says Lindell had more or less vacated the premises already, so there's no point in further payment is not going to be made. So they're trying to get him out of there so they can get a new tenant. And yeah, and he's still on the Trump thing. Like he's still trying to get those voting machines shut down. So he was just recently on
that was his big ordeal on that podcast. Yeah.
Lindell has recently complained about his dwindling fortune as he crusades to abolish voting machines.
Yes, that was his big spiel.
Which he believes were used to steal the 2020 election from Donald Trump. I will never shut up, Lindell says. Never! I'll never shut up. He said Monday on Frank Speech, Frank Speech, is that what it is? Platform. They can take it all. They can take it all, he says. I spent every dime I've had. I don't have any money left. I have nothing. But I don't have something less. I don't have anything less than I had before, he added. I had a pickup truck. I guess he still got one. And a house to live in. I guess he still got one. And that's it. I don't drive around and eat with 2 forks. Okay? So, he doesn't eat with 2 forks, my bro.
I guess I'm too fancy. I like eating dinner with 2 forks.
Yeah.
Your salad fork, and then you got your actual main course fork. How about that? He's going to lose it all, huh?
He might. Well, I mean, he's already lost it all.
Well, look at the decline right now, and if he continues down that exact same path, which he obviously is, he said straight up, "I'll never stop."
I'll never stop,
dude.
You can't stop me.
You got to be able to look at situations and go, "Man, this is not going well."
Well, I would call Donald up and say, "Listen,
we got to talk.
If you can't help me with you don't have any funds that you can give me from the RNC. We can't get any R. I'm okay. Well, I gotta stop. I've lost $500 million of my billion.
Right.
I gotta stop.
I've lost my shit. I'm getting evicted out of shit.
Trump is like, dude, I'm trying to come up with my own $500 million. Go ask Rudy Giuliani.
For real.
Oh my God.
Not even joking. Not even joking.
Everybody's broke now.
Dude, it's a terrible, terrible economy. And on top of that, look at what they're getting sued for. I mean, imagine getting sued for $500 million.
Let me ask you something. And this is not being on Trump's tip or anybody. I'm not taking a side here just yet. But let me ask you something. Doesn't it scare you that the government can get, if the government can get pissed off at Donald Trump?
Yep.
And billionaire Lindell, Rudy Giuliani, and take their SHIT. Just take their SHIT.
Yep. And that's exactly what I was saying earlier, like yesterday or the day before. It's extremely scary to know that the government, when you think you own something and you own this car, you own this house, you don't own shit. Wait until that government is pissed off at you. They can just take anything from you. They don't care about no contract that says that you own this land, you own this. No, they'll just take it all from you.
Or just imagine now, I was in the Navy. I went to submarine school in New London, Connecticut.
Wow.
And
See,
they had houses there that were like 400 years old, like houses from the colonial days, and people just remodeled them things on the inside.
hmm
And they're up on hills and stuff over in New London. And I remember the government decided it wanted to take some of these
a
homes
portion.
that had been in these people's houses, or these houses been in these people's families since Benjamin Franklin's days,
And they
came
want it.
in and they forced those people to sell their houses at some
Yes.
sort of market rate that they determined. And and they said, well, we're going to make more tax money than these houses sitting here. So for our city, our state, our government, or whatever, this is going to bring in more money. This gives us the ability to make your house. What do they call it when they call your house structurally unsecure or something? I forget the.
Dude, they can come in with anything and make up any excuse
What
for
do they
anything.
call it when they say your house is not livable anymore? There's a
Yeah.
word they have.
I know what
And
you're
they
talking
came
about.
in and they did that word to their houses, and then that means that condemn.
Condemn. There it is.
They
I was waiting
condemn
for it
their
too.
houses. Our people know everything.
Yep.
And so they condemned those people's houses and took them from them. And then the company that was going to build the mall, after they tore their houses down, ran out of money and couldn't build that mall. It was a travesty, man. They went to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court said, if it's going to bring more tax money to the citizens or whatever, they can take your house. Like, you don't own a house, even though your parents came and settled and fought the Native Americans. They fought the Native Americans and all this kind of stuff, and they fought the Civil War and all that kind of stuff, and they still took their home.
It's an illusion of owning. We don't own shit.
Nothing.
You'll own nothing and you'll be happy.
Oh my God, that guy did say that. You'll own nothing and you'll be happy doing it.
Yep.
That's
Heavy
scary,
shit.
Mike.
It is scary. Anything can be taken away from you at any time for any reason, and they'll just make it up. Freeze your assets, close your shit down. It's rough.
Yep. Yeah, that's crazy. Anyway, that's our hour, man.
Yeah, man. What a crazy line of stories.
Yeah. We want to talk about, I hope we can take some time tomorrow to talk about female abuse. There was a lady whose 11-year-old boy was killed by an abuser.
Oh, shit.
After the police let him out of jail, after the jail people let him out of jail. When the jail people, the folks, this was like up in New York somewhere, and he had promised this lady that he had a relationship with in 2010, my bro, 14 years ago, that he was going to murder her and her children. And he got out of jail and went to their house, and they put him and they got him and put him back in jail, and then they let him out again.
What do you think this guy's going to go do? You know what I mean?
He went right over there and stabbed her and killed her 11-year-old son.
Oh my
God! I want
God.
to talk about that story, and then this story that we didn't get to today, which we can wait till tomorrow. This Chinese businessman sentenced to death in Nigeria for killing this beautiful woman right here. So it's not just in America that there's something wrong with some men where if you tell them no, I can't deal with you no more. You're just really a piece of garbage. Some of these men just go crazy, and you got to know the signs. It happened in my own home. It happened to my own child. So
there's nothing more dangerous than an emotional man.
Yeah.
An emotional man.
As I've said this before, one of my club brothers lost a daughter who was murdered and cut into pieces and all this kind of stuff. This is prevalent. You know somebody this happened to, Mike.
Yeah.
Hardwire. So let's just keep the show going all day.
We'll just run it for 24 hours.
Yeah, we're just gonna run it. Yeah. Well, we've had pretty much about the same amount of people on the whole day, so. But no, we do that in TikTok where we go run all day. We do that
Yep.
over at TikTok.
Yep. Here's our social medias down here on the scrolling bar on the bottom. There's mine. Follow me at Ball Valve TV on TikTok and Instagram. And then you've got Mr. J Bunch himself with his email address right there for his AOL PayPal. Look, AOL. And then, of course, he's got Biker Prez for Cash App, $Biker Prez. And then here's all his social medias. Go ahead and follow Black Dragon Biker TV on all platforms. And we're also actively looking for sponsorships for the channel and also advertisement ad space on the show as well. So we're going to have here in the next couple of days an amazing media package for you guys.
So anybody that's interested in taking out advertisement with us, absolutely. I am going to, first of all, I want to say thank you to there's another Black Dragon out there, the Midnight Ghost Rider.
Mm-hmm. From West Virginia.
Yeah, he made this this new song for me.
Oh, he did it.
Yeah, he did it. He's been trying to get it to me forever. And he finally was able to get it to come over on Facebook.
Cool.
And I was able to download it and use Audacity to actually save it. And I'm going to play it from the PC and see if it's better.
We'll be able to hear it that way better, yes.
Louder or something. Yeah, so we're going to go out with this, my new song that was written for me. And if you guys write me a song, I'm absolutely going to play it.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a new song. This is like the third or fourth song that's been written for me. I like it. This is from Black Dragon, the Midnight Ghost Rider over there in West Virginia. Man, thank you for working so hard on this song. Thank you for watching me for all these years. Thank you for being a subscriber. Man, just thank you so much. Oh, by the way, you guys can support us by subscribing to our lives, Instagram Live and TikTok Live. You can subscribe to us. And I'll have my subscriptions as soon as I get remonetized back here too as well. But anyway, thank you so much, Midnight Ghost Rider, the other Black Dragon that's out there, for this wonderful song. We're getting ready to play this as we go out. It's about 3 minutes and 34 seconds. So
enjoy
this, man, and enjoy. Let us know what you think about it. And action.
I'm going to talk about the 99s for a minute. What's up, Mama Roll? I'm going to talk about the 99s for a minute and what our responsibilities are and what we need to think about. Because if you don't really know what's going on the set, you can find yourself in kind of a precarious predicament if you make the wrong kind of moves or do the wrong kind of things when this kind of stuff goes on. So, when you guys get into a war with one another, what should 99%ers do? Here's 10 things you should know. Thing number one, stay in your lane. Find a corner and put your motorcycle club in it. If you're a president, you want to find a corner and put your motorcycle club in it. What I mean is, the set can be volatile. It can be very dangerous. And when you have that kind of thing going on, this set's not safe. So, as a 99% motorcycle club, what you want to find is yourself in your business, in your lane, while all of the fancy stuff gets handled on other levels.
Yeah, you heard that, didn't you? On other levels. I tried to tell you, suckers, Black Dragon is the man. The Black Dragon is the man. A real OG, bonafide, certified, a true MC. The Biker Boys, the Biker Boys. It's in the house, most definitely. Blow the whistle for Black Dragon, Biker TV. That's right, I said Biker TV. See, one day, young Dragon made his way out the Navy to become a prospect. Some people thought he was crazy, but 5 years later, hard work became a habit. He became the president of the mighty Black Savage Nation. MCs, y'all, respectfully. Black Dragon. Black Savage. MC. That's right, y'all. Give it a thumbs up. Black Dragon's Biker TV at its best. Oh yeah, and don't forget to get his Prospect Bible book. So proud of him. Man, he just don't know. He's a real legend. And y'all know it, and I know it. That's right, Black Dragon. That's right. Glad I met you, my friend. Black Dragon. I'm the Midnight Ghost Rider. Dub V, y'all. Love you, Black Dragon. Peace. And get skinny. Like and share. Goodbye.
One thing I want to caution everyone.